Are
Can
we
you hear
live?
me? No, we're not.
Another football season just reached its biggest moment. But when the final whistle blows, what comes next? The game doesn't stop. It moves inside. Smaller field, faster impact, closer than ever before. Right now, players are being signed, rosters are filling up, teams are taking shape. This isn't just another league. This is a global stage. The first season of the International Arena Football League is just weeks away, and you can be a part of it. Season tickets are on sale now. This is the IAL.
That video will get you hyped. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live. We are not here with Corinne this week. She is, let's say, called away for other duties, but we missed you. We were gone last week as we had a nice little string of back-to-back weeks. We figured we'd give us a little bit of a break, have a little reset on some of the stuff we're doing, and obviously a ton of stuff going on behind the scenes. So, Hollywood, I guess I'm gonna be the host today. So you and I are rarely together. Tom tries to keep us apart. He tries to just not have the mega powers collide, but you know.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm glad that I'm actually be back. It's been a while since I've even been on a live since I've been out here in Vegas. Haven't been on. I've been trying to take care of the things that we need to be successful here in Las Vegas. So I'm excited to be here, and then I'm here with the man. So we're good to go.
So, yeah, first of all, the video I thought was fantastic. I continue to be shocked at the work that's being done in the Vegas office. So there's at some point I'll come down there, come down to Vegas. I was debating coming down for March Madness. I gather it'll be your neck of the woods. We'll find a fun time. But yeah, so I guess we don't really have a specific agenda for today, but I thought it would be just an interesting. As I tell you, and for better or for worse, I've said it on this live. I read all the comments. I read all the comments on YouTube, Instagram, this thing, that thing.
Okay.
And I think it's generally Hollywood like a running theme that a lot of people they think they know, they probably don't. So Hollywood, in that video, I think it's fair to say that we've had a lot of big news in the last. I'll say 2 weeks. Some big signings, not all from your team, Hollywood. Some from other teams as well. Some big announcements on the officiating side. So I'd love to kick it to you, Hollywood. Just tell us about maybe some highlights from your perspective as one of our first coach in the league, and obviously someone that's been around the arena scene and what you've seen kind of on the positive news front that we can maybe highlight for all of our lovely fans.
Oh man, just first and foremost, the caliber of athletes. The talent that we're bringing in, just watching the signings around the league, we are genuinely bringing in great talent. Not only talent who have had success in the indoor or arena game, but it's been guys who have had success in college and also have been in the NFL and different things like that. We have guys coming in with resumes and just so the product we want to put on the field, I believe, is going to be something to watch and also give us that platform and that stage, like I said, that global stage to be able to get opportunities moving up. Again, just being around different leagues, playing different places, just the growth of this league, and not only the growth, but how fast, Dan, that is happening. It's happening fast. I remember me and you and Corinne was up here on these lives just finding things to talk about, right? And now there's legit 10 teams, there's legit 10 coaches, there's GMs, there's players, there's maybe about 150, 200 players signed. So it's just to see the growth of the league, to see the things come to fruition. I'm just excited for where it's going to go. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So no, I think that's fair. I mean, there's an announcement. and again, we can only do what we can, right? Hollywood's the coach of the team. I am a full-time practicing lawyer. We get stuff done when we can, but we try to use this twice a week to give you a portal into kind of stuff happening behind the scenes. So if you're getting drowned out by the kind of noise of social media, obviously we tell you to follow us all on social, but once a week I'll try to, be Hollywood, myself, Corinne, some of our guests, we'll try to highlight some of the big things that have happened. So we came on this live about a month ago today, and we said we have some big announcements coming. These are going to be our coaches. The next wave of coaches are going to be hired. And, we spent, not for lack of effort, but just there was so much interest in coaching in this league. We had to pick our spot. So, January 15th is when we had all of our press conferences. You guys got to meet all of our lovely coaches. I think the week or two after that, we did our schedule release, which I promise you was a ton of work. And the next wave of announcements that we hope to have for you soon is really the announcement of the GMs in these various markets. So, Hollywood, I'd love, you have your own GM there. You got a head start on this. We want to talk about the work you've been doing now on your side with Mark.
Oh, yeah. So my GM here, unfortunately, I have to say, because I'm a Vegas man, the best GM in the league, Mark McMillan. Mighty Mouse McMillan. He's just been great. Just with getting sponsorships and getting out in the community. Myself and him just really hitting the ground running to make sure that the players are as comfortable and as they can be and have the resources to for recovery and different things of that nature. We're shaking hands. We just was at this VIP Super Bowl party at the Orleans Arena with all type of sponsors, from Chick-fil-A to even a special tequila. So we're really hitting the ground running. We're really getting our name out there. Mark McMillan just been great. We sit in the office all day long and we're calling players. I'm even drawing up the defense, teaching him the playbook, and he's showing me some things, telling me what come out of DBs and different schemes. So we're really working together to make sure this thing here in Vegas really flourishes. We are the headquarters, right? And we also know we are the target. So understanding that, we're trying to do everything we can to be successful on and off the field.
So, I heard it from the comments that I was putting too much of a target on you last time, but I will say some of the bigger announcements in the league, at some point we'll have another coach in the show. We can talk about it, but there's been some really big signings from some other coaches in the league. I know Cy Burley recently signed the 2023 IFL Defensive Player of the Year. So there's been some, we'll say, moving of the target. The fake odds books that we set when I was doing the schedule. Obviously I'm just joking. I think it's really anyone's game for the taking. So I'll say this too, which is we certainly announced on our website. I didn't want to get lost in the shuffle. I think one of the biggest signings we've made outside of players and coaches, the signing of Tom Falcinelli, the director of officiating, was with the IFL for I think 14 years, give or take, 10 plus years. We had a lot of interest in this role, and we were kind of trying to figure out where we were going to go. And all of a sudden, Tom dropped his name in the hat. It was just kind of a no-brainer. So for me, the most rewarding thing, and obviously, again, I read all the comments, even the comments I see right now. Those are pretty pleasant. So I'm not going to say anything. But again, we're very much, this is year one, right? So the goal that I've always set when we've gone on these Zooms and Corinne asked me and I do interviews, they say, what's the goal? What are the expectations for the league? We say that for year two to be better than year one. Absolutely. So we get it, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. We're trying to figure it out, day by day. And that's what we're here for. So our season kicks off in about 60 days. We've got tryouts coming up. Players, we haven't officially announced this, but we've tentatively set behind the scenes a player report date where we can actually make some announcements. But we've tried to, again, this is a competitive league. We understand, or competitive space. We understand that a lot of leagues are kicking off right now. And as I've mentioned the IFL twice. I think there are reasons that we have not announced everything and been transparent with all of our rosters, all of our coaches, just in the nature of the competitive business. So certainly once we have a year under our belt, we'll do this a lot differently. But, we're trying to navigate, and players and coaches, assistant coaches alike have at times asked us to be confidential about what teams players are placed on. So there's certainly a plan in place here. And just to kind of close the loop, Tom Fulcinelli, the director of officiating, we have, all of our coaches are sitting with it right now. It's a 60-page rule book. I've heard the criticisms now from a couple coaches. We want to change this rule. We want to change that rule. Hollywood, without revealing too much, how's been your homework assignment? I think we said this was going to be due on Monday the 16th. Have you cracked open this 60-page rule book yet?
Oh man, I think I cracked it open as soon as it hit my email. I got so many highlights on the rule book. We might have to make a whole new one, but we're excited for it. Again, bringing in Tom, who's a veteran, who's got a lot of experience, who understands the game. So being able to talk with him and conduct and get the rule book together, I think it'll be fun. But yeah, definitely been reading the rule book for two reasons, right? To see what to change and also to learn it, right? You can't be great at something you don't know. So just making sure that I am equipped and ready to be able to teach my guys when they come in here shortly, and make sure I put them in a position to be successful. But I just wanted to piggyback off of you, Dan, when you say about the league. I mean, people got their negative stuff, or people gonna say whatever they want to say. Mom always told me they only talk about you when you do something wrong. I mean, when you're doing something right, and when they're intimidated, right? So when people's talking about you, that means you're doing something right, Dan. So I'm excited that everyone's talking about us, right? And our goal is to just be better. It ain't about this league, ain't about that league. It's about the IEL being better each year. And I believe that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to be better. We're going to continue to grow. And we're going to continue to take over. And we're going to allow what we do on the field and also all to speak for us. So.
Yeah, I'll say this too. And we're not coming up here. And again, Tom Mitchell does not come on these Zooms, and Tom might have a different take than me and maybe Hollywood would. But I listened to all the criticisms. And when I went to Scotland, I had a lot of talks with the local media down there. I've had conversations with individuals in Switzerland, in Germany. We have a coaches call every Thursday, and I tell the coaches, and I mean it, we try to preempt 99% of problems before it gets to the coach's desk. So this is really, crunch time behind the scenes. Coaches, and we've set this league up to allow the coaches to be coaches. And, we have GMs that are trying to handle the business side. And obviously, if you have a great synergy with your coach, you can kind of get, two heads being better than one scenario. But we hear all the criticisms, and I just want people to know that we're listening, right? We make those changes as you see fit, or as we see fit. There's been a lot of updates to our website. You'll see a lot of changes to our social media strategies that we're taking. But we hear you, right? This is a league for the people, and this is a league that takes into account the feedback of fans. So we hear you. I'll say this on maybe a more specific note. I've heard it from our coaches. Different questions about contracts and this and that and this and this other thing. We are not immune or not deaf to the fact that we have a number of different legal jurisdictions that we have to deal with contracts and whatnot. So I've seen the comment that this contract says this contract says that. Rest assured, we have 75 days before the start of the season. I'd say a month plus before players report. There's some things that I would say that are out there in the public that are probably not true, but we're taking care of those things behind the scenes. And when the time is right, we will make those announcements. But again, what do they say, Hollywood? Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Right, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think that's right. Since we are giving some announcements, I will be remiss as the head football coach of the Las Vegas Rockers if I didn't take this time to tell everyone who's listening to me under the sound of my voice to please, and I mean please, I urge you, I encourage you, I push you to go and get your season tickets absolutely now, right? Because we're trying to take this thing over, but we're only as big as our fan base, as big as our community, as big as our support. So I'm encouraging, I'm pushing. Everybody, go get your season tickets right now. LasVegasRockers.com, right? That is LasVegasRockers.com. Go get your season tickets. This is a new era that's happening in Las Vegas, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it.
You can also buy tickets for the other teams too. You don't just have to buy Vegas. Hollywood, if you want people to lose the perception that we're just going after Vegas, we got to support the entire league.
Well, I tell you what, I'm a guest right now, Dan. You can talk about the entire league.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to tell you this, and you can disagree with me. And I think I see our super fan Michael Klein. I see when we post anything for Dusseldorf, I see the comments. I see the engagement is crazy. And Hollywood, you can disagree with me. We'll see if anybody in our kind of live section wants to chime in. And Hollywood and I aren't going to go for that long today. So rest assured. Spoiler alert. We're I have a loose set of notes, and our pro Corinne is not here. Right. So I'm of this opinion, right? And we've mentioned the IFL, and someone in the comments asking us if we're taking players from them. Players can make their own decisions as to what they want to do, right? So we're, it's no doubt that this is a very competitive market in America in terms of arena football. Hollywood, you've been a part of a number of leagues. I'm not going to go through the whole laundry list, but there's a number of leagues in America. I tend to think, and I've said this in a previous live, but I'd love to hear your thoughts, Hollywood. I think, we have no competition. There's never been arena football played on European soil. We have no competition for what we're doing in this sport. Obviously, there's other competition with American football. There's no competition for arena football. Hollywood, I might tell you that I think the best attended team in the entire league is going to be in the European division. What say you about that?
I could probably agree with you. Like I said, playing overseas, their support system is diabolical, is the word they use it nowadays. But definitely, I just like how radical their fans is, and how much pride they have for the logo, for their city, for their state, for their community. So yes, like I said, I'm looking forward to going overseas because what I want to say is it Dusseldorf, and I'm saying that right? Man, they are surely they're surely showing up, man, and I'm excited for the European Conference. I see them even signing talent. They got great coaches over there, great GM. So I'm just excited for the entirety of the league.
Yeah, no, I'll listen. I'm excited as well, and I not to shout out just Dusseldorf, but Stuttgart, Coach Hilson over there. I speak to for some reason my day never ends because I deal with Europe in the morning, and I deal with Tom, who doesn't sleep. I don't know when he sleeps, but I get very late calls and very early calls from him. But this is crunch time for us behind the scenes. So again, Tom has asked Hollywood and I to try to come on each and every week and give you a portal and the stuff we're working on. At some point, Hollywood, our leagues and our time will start to be a lot of fun. But right now, it's a lot of work, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm sure you don't love cracking open the 60-page rule book, which I'm not confident you have all these highlights, and I'm not sure about that. I think you maybe gave that to McMillan. I'm not sure you're handling that.
Oh, I'm handling it for sure.
Okay. Don't lie to the commissioner. Don't lie to the commissioner.
I won't. I'm handling it for sure.
So I see a comment from Keith Wainwright that was on the screen. I love positive comments. The negative comments we see, it's usually the same negative comments over and over. And again, just so people can understand, the history of new leagues being started, right, doesn't have 100% hit rate. So we're doing everything we can to be on the right side of that number. So rest assured, I don't, I know you have a relationship with Tom. The upside in this league, I think, is really the European side. And I think, to the extent the European side really pops, that's going to quickly jump us from, however many leagues have been around. Not going to go through the whole laundry list. But I think between these two and a real international championship, that's going to get us some real attention. I don't think people are talking about the IFL and the AFL in Europe because they don't have teams over there. So all of a sudden we have a lot more eyeballs, and I see it. We talk to a lot of social media guys. I see their engagement, and I see it good and bad. But sometimes they say, all news is good news. So, I see, to Keith's point, I see the potential. I think we all do, and we appreciate the feedback. Honestly, good or bad, we see it. We're working on it, and we got plenty of time to work at all of the kinks here before players report. So. To the extent you are a player, assistant coach, referee, scorekeeper, linesman, you want to be involved in the league, we have not. We probably have a handful of spots left. So I know Tom Fulcinelli had an incredible week last week signing up referees, be it on this side of the pond, that side of the pond. Yeah, this is our guy Tom. So yeah, no, I'm very pleased with where we're at. Hollywood, I'll let you jump in, and then I know Corinne's got an announcement for us, and then unless we have any other questions, we'll get out of here. But you guys tell us if you have questions. Fire away. Hollywood, go ahead, jump in with what you're working on, what your day's been like, and if we don't have any questions, we'll call this a day.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Again, just working on the totality of the league, but people talking about the league, to pick it back off you again. People have their criticism, people have their doubts, people have their good things to say, but again, I use this analogy about crossing a road, right? When you cross the road, you have the possibility of getting hit by a car, but the way you lessen your chance of getting hit is trying to do all the things you can to be precautious before crossing the road. Looking both ways, making sure there's no car coming, walking when the sign tell you to walk, walking on the crosswalk. So there's a lot of things you can do to cross the road to prevent you from getting hit. Now, can somebody run a red light and hit you anyway? Possibility. But that is a much, much lower chance when you try to do everything the right way. So it's, people's going to have bad things to say. People going to have good things to say, but
I think that's fair. So I was watching. Again, we have questions. It's fine. You'll appreciate this. I was watching Hollywood. Do I gather that you're a UFC guy?
Yeah. I can look at it a little bit. I don't mind it.
That sounds like you're not a UFC guy.
I'm not. I mean, I can watch it. Yes, I watch the big fights. Yes.
Okay. Well, I was about to accuse you of lying to your commissioner, but I'll say that's fair. I was watching. It was a big fight weekend. The PFL was on, right? The UFC had a big card, and there was also BKFC, which Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So, these three things can exist together.
At the same time,
we're not like one was had a overseas card, one was an American card, and one was it was on YouTube for free. Like these are three different leagues. One is brand new. UFC's been around forever. PFL has different backing. So we're not necessarily the sport of arena football does better if everyone's watching it. If everyone has different leagues. If you're tuning in to watch players that might have been in one league and not another league, we're not I can't speak for other leagues because I know we have some negative people that are from the other leagues that bash us. We don't go low, right? That's not what I'm here to do. But the sport of arena football can be better if everyone builds it up together. I don't understand why people would be rooting against the league coming out here and creating extra positions for people to be athletes, right? For extra landing spots. For 100+ teams that exist in Division I college football, there are not 101. There are not 100 spots. In the NFL or the CFL or the UFL or this league or that league. So for us to be creating additional roster spots and providing compensation to those players, I'm not sure why anyone would be wishing ill upon a new league, but here we are. So Hollywood, you and I are not negative people. Apparently there are some negative people in other leagues, but listen, we appreciate the feedback, truthfully. Okay, Keith has got a good comment, and then we'll unless we have anything else, we'll hit Corinne's thing. We'll get out of here.
Because I'm starving, Dave.
Oh, no, listen, I'm starving too. I didn't have lunch. I was on a 5-hour Zoom before this. Keith, we appreciate you. Listen, Joe, Keith, Mike, we see all the comments. We have a lot of players that I think Hollywood, you had the number. There's 100 plus. I'm not going to say the exact number, but we have 10 teams in the league. We have to have 20 players make the active roster. We've probably named some players that might not make an active roster if they don't show up in shape or this or that. But at the end of this process, we have to have 200 players named to the active roster. So I'll say we have 100 plus players that are signed, and I'm putting signed in quotes because they have not made an active roster. So we have a number of players that just haven't been announced yet. So Mike, it's a good Michael Klein, our super fan from Dusseldorf. It's a fair question. Okay, can we get Corinne's announcement on the screen? Hollywood, you said you were going to read this, right? Just kidding. I got it. So, just kidding. Corinne is not here. We're having open tryouts for the cheerleaders. So you can see the note on the screen. If you are trying to refer someone or any way, shape, or form, I suggest you take a screenshot of this, but I can't really read this. This might be a little too small for me. Hopefully it's
Yeah,
not
too
small.
small
Oh no,
for me too.
I can see it. I made this bigger. So submit your application online at ialfootball.com. You'll see some changes we've made to the website, continuing to work on the website. Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all this good stuff. So you'll see it looks like the official audition routine will be released February 16th, and the auditions will be held on February 21st in all 10 markets across North America and Europe. Cool. Okay, you can bring me and Hollywood back in. We'll do a quick. I think we're good. Can you make us big? Yeah, we're good. Hollywood, I know you really desperately wanted to make that announcement, but I took it for you.
I appreciate that.
It's all good. Yeah. So listen, I see the comments today are all positive. Besides for the one person that told you to take off your glasses, and I, as the commissioner, making a directive, no, he does not have to. The comment is rejected. It is denied.
I'm not taking off my glasses.
Yeah. Why would you do that? That's ridiculous.
And you tell Undertaker to take off his. You know what I mean? No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're a wrestling guy, but you're not.
Yeah.
You're a wrestling guy, but you're not a UFC guy.
Well, I grew up on wrestling. You know what I mean? I don't watch much TV now.
It's not true. That's not true. You don't watch TV?
No, other than sports, no.
I'll take a trip to Vegas with you. We'll go to the Apex. We're gonna watch some fights. Listen, the bones between wrestling now own WWE, UFC, TKO group. There's some commonality here. There's a story for another time. Okay, let's get out of here. Hollywood, thank you for joining. I believe, Hollywood, you'll be back with Corinne on Thursday.
Thursday we'll be back. Yeah. Thursday.
Okay.
I believe 5:30 Eastern time.
It's all good. We are back on our normal recording schedule for the foreseeable future. 4:00, and then Hollywood. What are you? You're 5 on Thursday, 5 Eastern.
Yeah. 5:30.
Okay. I told you this would be short, under 30 minutes. We appreciate all of you. We'll see you. I'll see you next week, Hollywood. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Appreciate everybody.